Did you realize that if you can still manage a few simple tasks after reaching the age of 71, you are already ahead of 90% of your peers? This might sound like an overstatement, but it is far from one because these 5 activities are not noisy or complicated. They are fundamental and hold the secret to your independence, self-assurance, and overall well-being. In today's video, we will explore 5 straightforward actions that show you are doing better in life than you might believe if you are capable of performing them after turning 71. We are not aiming for perfection here. This is about progress, living in the present, and acknowledging the strength that comes with the determination to keep moving forward. Each point comes from genuine insights I have gathered throughout my 8 decades of life, drawn from friends, family, neighbors, and my own encounters. Perhaps by the end of this video, you will understand that you are not merely surviving, but quietly and confidently succeeding. Stay with us, because you might see yourself more clearly than ever before. First up is the ability to move without pain. The freedom to move without constant discomfort may not seem important to someone younger, but beyond the age of 71, it is one of the most valuable blessings. If your legs still support you as you walk around your home, if your knees carry you up the stairs, and if your back allows you to reach the top bunk without sharp pain shooting down your spine, then you are not just fortunate, you are a true champion. Many elderly individuals endure their physical struggles in silence each day. Their world gradually becomes smaller. Initially, they cease to walk to the mailbox, then avoid going to the store, and eventually they find themselves almost stuck to a chair, fearful of the pain that even the smallest movement might bring. The reality is that pain affects more than just the body. It impacts the spirit, mood, and the willingness to engage with others. Chronic pain erodes independence, and independence is a vital cornerstone of dignity during later years. However, if your body still allows you some freedom, if you can enter a room, spend 10 minutes tending to the garden, or rise from a chair without wincing or experiencing discomfort, that is not just a small win. It is a personal victory over the passage of time. I once knew a man named Nicholas who was 82 years old. Every day, regardless of the weather, he took a morning walk around his yard. It was nothing extraordinary, just a steady and confident stride. His knees were not as strong as they once had been, yet he moved forward with quiet resolve. One day I asked him why he kept this routine. He told me, "Because if I stop walking, I fear I will forget how to live." This statement left a deep impression on me. For Nicholas, movement was life itself. It was not merely about moving, but about maintaining momentum. As long as he kept moving, he felt he retained control over his own future. So if you can still walk without wincing, if you move without discomfort, you are among a fortunate few. You have preserved what many lose far too soon, the freedom to go where you choose, whenever you want, and on your own terms. This type of freedom, no matter how simple it appears, stands as one of the clearest indications that you are improving more than you realize. You are not trapped, you continue advancing, which means you remain genuinely alive. Secondly, a peaceful night's rest holds great importance. If you are over 70 and still manage to sleep deeply throughout the night, fall asleep without effort, and awaken feeling refreshed instead of sluggish, you are quietly overcoming one of the most widespread and debilitating challenges of old age. Sleep might seem insignificant, but when it begins to wane, everything else starts to deteriorate alongside it. Mood, memory, immunity, and even a sense of optimism. All these elements suffer when nights become fragmented and restless. Still, almost nobody discusses this issue. Frequent awakenings at night become an accepted routine. Rising 4 or 5 times during the night starts feeling unavoidable. However, just because this has become widespread does not make it normal. When your body can still reach deep relaxation, when your mind can shut down without a flood of anxious thoughts or pain dragging you back to wakefulness, it shows that the body is cooperating with you rather than opposing you. In fact, scientists and aging experts often mention, sound sleep after 70 is like a complete reset button for the entire body. It is not merely rest, it is a time of recovery. This is the phase when the heart rate decreases, muscles heal, and the brain sorts through all the information it absorbed during the day. Without sleep, even the happiest individuals can start to experience feelings of sadness. However, maintaining sleep, even during challenging periods, helps you regain stability. I recall my neighbor Gail, who is now 79 years old. For a long time, She would awaken every 2 hours, overwhelmed by anxiety, repeatedly replaying every tough moment from the last 40 years in her mind. Then she began making small lifestyle adjustments like reducing caffeine intake, stretching before bedtime, and stopping evening news consumption. Gradually, her quality of sleep improved. Nowadays, she tells me, "When I sleep well, I wake up feeling like myself once again." That is the power of restful sleep. It restores your true self. Something deeper is at play here. The capacity to sleep calmly also signals a clear mental state. When you do not bring the burden of regrets, fears, or grudges to your pillow, your body can fully relax, and your soul finds ease. Such sleep is not merely physical, it carries emotional meaning and mirrors inner calm. Therefore, if you fall asleep quickly and enjoy deep rest, even if it is not flawless, or if you wake briefly once or twice during the night, there is a resilience inside you that often goes unnoticed. You supply your body with the restoration it requires and shield your mind from the haze of exhaustion. That makes you a quiet victor in a world where many are simply striving to reach the morning. If you are still watching and find these reflections useful, please leave a comment with the number 2, so I know you are with us. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any new videos. Your support encourages us to keep producing valuable and motivating content. Now, let us continue. Third, the talent to appreciate the small pleasures in life. If you are beyond 75 years old and still genuinely enjoy simple, everyday experiences like a warm cup of tea, the morning songs of birds, or a heartfelt chat with a loved one, then you are not merely existing, you are flourishing. As we get older, significant milestones occur less frequently. Fewer first experiences and fewer ambitious plans. What remains are the small daily moments. If you can still recognize their beauty, then you have grasped a truth that many never do. Contentment. Many believe happiness depends on intense emotions or major successes. But as age advances, a new realization emerges. True joy is quiet. It reveals itself in hunger shared quietly, in subtle smiles, the laughter of a grandchild, the satisfaction of completing a puzzle, or planting something and witnessing it bloom days later. If your soul still resonates with these experiences, your sense of wonder has not faded. Instead, it has deepened. Psychologists refer to this as emotional resilience, which is the capacity to redirect attention away from what is lacking and toward what truly counts. Older individuals who manage to find joy despite losses or limitations embody a remarkable strength. They have learned to be fully present in the moment. Without holding on to the past or stressing about the future, only fully present in this moment with gratitude, I fondly recall my longtime friend Victor. He is 85 years old and lives alone, yet insists that his finest days are happening right now. Not because he travels or throws lively celebrations, but because each morning he opens his window, listens to the gentle rustle of leaves, and says, "I am still here, and I am thankful." He does not require grand spectacles. A simple moment of tranquil beauty suffices to remind him that life remains meaningful. As we grow older, it becomes easier to view everything through the lens of loss. But if you can still laugh at a silly joke, still find joy in your favorite song, or feel moved by a sunset, then your spirit remains alive. That is a tremendous achievement. It reflects profound emotional growth. Happiness, especially in later years, is not loud or boisterous. It is gentle and often not paired with laughter or outward expressions. Sometimes it is a quiet sensation within, whispering, "This is enough." If you have recently experienced that, recognize how rare and precious it is. You are not merely enduring life, you are living it with depth and grace. That is true triumph. The fourth quality is the capability to walk without fear, to move freely, without anxiety about falling or doubt, without needing someone else's hand to support or guide you. This is one of the clearest indications that your body continues to cooperate with you, not working against you. If you are beyond 70 and can still walk confidently, it is a wonderful sign of vitality. Whether you step outside just around your yard or head to the nearest shop, you are doing far better than many believe. Moving around in later years is not merely about reaching one location from another. It represents liberty. It means having the power to act on your desires whenever you choose, without needing assistance to get there. More importantly, it reflects the trust your mind places in your body, the confidence that your legs will hold firm, Your balance will remain stable, and your joints will not suddenly give out. This feeling offers a deep sense of independence. Often, walking remains unnoticed until it starts to diminish. Once that happens, everything becomes harder. You begin to refuse social invitations and spend more time indoors, shrinking your world. Therefore, the basic skill to walk independently and without worry goes beyond physical capability. It signifies how much life's opportunities stay within reach. I once knew a man named Boris. At 82 years old, he still took a daily morning stroll, regardless of weather conditions, not quickly or far, but consistently. He frequently said, "As long as I can walk on my own 2 feet, I am not finished yet." This attitude fueled his determination. The truth is, your legs do more than just support your body. They carry your spirit. Medical experts emphasize that walking reveals much about your future health. It boosts blood flow, nurtures your joints, strengthens your heart, and even enhances brain performance. Elderly individuals who engage in regular walking tend to experience lower levels of mental decline, sadness, and long-term illnesses. Yet, there is another dimension that often goes unnoticed: the emotional benefit. Being able to walk without feeling scared makes you feel more courageous in all aspects of your existence. The emphasis is not on the speed or distance you cover, but on the simple fact that you continue to walk, that you have not surrendered, that you still confront life actively rather than passively, and that your spirit still desires motion. Therefore, if you can walk steadily and without anxiety about losing your balance or falling, appreciate this as a precious blessing. It is not merely fortune. It represents the choices you have made, your routines, and your inner resilience. This signifies that you remain in control of crafting each new day. If you are still viewing this video and find it meaningful, kindly leave a comment with the number 4 so I know you are joining us. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and activate the notification bell so you do not miss future episodes. Your encouragement allows us to keep creating valuable and motivating content. Now, let us proceed. Number 5. The ability to adjust to change. If you are above 75 years old and still manage to adapt when life presents unexpected challenges, such as health problems, alterations in your daily schedule, or the passing of someone dear, then you are not merely aging, but growing. This capacity for flexibility is one of the clearest indicators that you are truly succeeding in life. You understand that life, after 70, comes a series of changes. What once appeared steady begins to shift. Friends relocate, loved ones pass on, and the body presents unforeseen challenges that you never had to consider before. Even everyday things like technology or new methods of doing tasks can feel overwhelming. However, if you have found a way to continue moving forward, to remain open and accepting despite the difficulty and the time it takes, you have cultivated something uncommon: emotional resilience. Flexibility is more than just enduring hardships. It is the readiness to release the past and embrace the present moment. It is the capacity to say, "That was before, this is now, and I remain." This perspective does not emerge automatically. It is earned over the years, through suffering, through trials, and through choosing to keep your heart open rather than shutting it down. You likely know individuals like this: the elderly person who, after many years in the same home, had to move to a smaller place but still joyfully personalizes it. Or the individual who never used a smartphone until reaching 75 and now makes video calls to their grandchildren every weekend. Or the woman who, after losing her partner, learned to cook for herself and turned it into a gentle gesture of self-care. These are not trivial details. They are reflections of profound inner strength. I recall my neighbor, Valentina. She was 84 when the doctor informed her she could no longer drive. Initially, she felt devastated. But within 7 days, she had mastered the local. A senior citizen learned the bus timetable and began to walk more frequently. She said, "I cannot alter the fact that everything has changed, but I can choose how to live with it." That attitude is what keeps a person genuinely youthful, even if their body suggests otherwise. You know what? Being able to adjust actually enhances mental well-being. Older individuals who embrace change are less prone to struggle with feelings of sadness, anxiety, and isolation. They tend to feel they still hold the reins of their lives, despite difficult outside conditions. This feeling of control, this freedom to decide, is what brings a sparkle to their eyes. If you have recently experienced changes that did not defeat you, and perhaps you even discovered something positive through them, then that is not a sign of weakness, but quiet bravery. It shows you have developed one of the most precious skills life can teach: the ability to bend without breaking. Therefore, never undervalue your capacity to adapt. It is not merely a survival mechanism. It is power. It reflects insight, and it proves your resilience. At this stage of life, adjusting does not mean surrendering. It means progressing to a new phase. If you can still do that, even in small ways, you are winning far more than you realize. Many view aging as a slow downfall, a steady drop into helplessness and being forgotten. Yet, this is just a tale society tells, because it fails to honor life's true strength. In truth, aging is not a decline, but rather a refinement, a form of polishing. If you have passed the age of 71 and still maintain your mobility, curiosity, ability to communicate, contribute, and adjust to change, then you are not merely surviving, but thriving in the most meaningful aspects of life. It is easy to overlook this. Often we focus heavily on what we have lost, such as youth, speed, and energy, forgetting that we have gained wisdom, tranquility, patience, and the capacity to live fully in the present moment. The things you can achieve now, at this mature stage of life, possess a unique depth. It might not be glamorous or loud, but it is enduring, strong, and far more significant than you may realize. Success in life does not mean everything unfolds exactly as planned. It means waking up every morning with sufficient strength, dignity, and purpose to live the day with full awareness. It means being present for yourself and others, embodying the person you have grown into rather than clinging to who you were. So take a moment, breathe deeply, recall the 5 points discussed today, and honestly ask yourself, am I still doing these? If your answer is yes, at least with 1 or 2 of them, then you're already ahead of many. And if you are still working on the others, that is a victory as well, because it shows you are not finished yet. Life remains within you. There is still something to give, feelings to experience, and a new self to embrace. Thank you for joining us today. We would truly love to hear your thoughts. Share your viewpoint with us. Write in the comments what you have learned from this topic and how you intend to use it in your daily life. Your opinions mean a lot to us. Do not hesitate to express yourself. Reading your messages provides us with great energy and encouragement. If this video was useful to you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends and family. Your support allows us to keep producing valuable content that educates and motivates you. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.